All right, here's part 3. I've done a bunch of work, and I want to apologize that I haven't recorded it because, to be honest, I'm not a YouTuber. And when I wake up in the morning and I come out here, it's crazy. I'm posting on YouTube, but I just forget, man. I just get to work and I don't even think about making a video. And this morning, I got up to someone sent me $10 through Cashapp and said they appreciate it and they want to see more. And that kind of reminded me. I said, let me take my butt out here now to make a video, and I apologize. So I'll run through a couple things here. Here's all my parts. This is how I've done things. This is my barn. I got it all junked up now. But, like the big shroud right there that goes across the front. Still got the hose hooked to it by the clamp. I don't need to take it off. I just unhooked it from the thermostat housing and from the reservoir jug. Anyway, see the tops back there, and what is that? The intake leaning up against the generator back there. There's the rocker arms, Jake brakes. See, I level front with an arrow. The Jake brakes says that's a 797 Jake brakes now, in case anybody. This is a DDEC 5 engine, 2007 Detroit 60 14-liter EGR. And there's a thermostat housing way over there. All right, so after all this time with the Interstate McBee kit, got a couple of problems, I think. See how I do my packaging there? Cap housing bolts, 4 bolts, blah, 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 blah. All right, we'll walk you over here to the head. I could not, for the life of me, get the number 6 injector out. I got it leaning up again. We're just leaning it up, but it's still in there. I can't get it out, man. Got all the other ones out. All right, so there's your check valve right there. It's on the back of the head. That's where the this is where the fuel goes in, and this is where it comes out back to the return. All right, between there's the cylinders. This one here would be number 6. There's the valves, still oily. Whoever watches this video, man, is a mechanic. I'm having trouble figuring something out. Like I said, I rebuilt this 5 years ago. I had the head done then. I ain't gonna have it done now. Everything looks okay, but here's the thing that I don't understand. And here's the head gasket right here, and I'll show you everything. I had the number between number 2 and 3. These 2 bolt holes right here. I couldn't get the bolts out because they were rusted, and I think that's where the head gasket went. But so when you clamp, my question is, when you clamp, I get this right here goes to the deck, and see this is between number 2 and 3. See there? And it got some black right here, so I guess that's where it's busted at or something. I guess the coolant got in this way. I guess. See, here's what's getting me, man. When you clamp this thing down with your head bolts, these like pieces right here in between the head bolts like this. See how it looks in here? Right there and there. So if you clamp it down, that piece goes in there and seals it or something. But if you put the bolt hole, when you put the bolt in it, through the bolt hole here, you see there's a slice up in there. So is water actually touching all the bolts all the time, or? It can't be. Like, how does that work? I don't know. I have to figure that out. I don't know. So it looking like it busted between 2 and 3. Yeah. You can see all of them's nice and shiny and silver there. Then there's black. These 2 bolts wouldn't come out. I had to take my impact while I was sitting right here, and had a guy like lightly tap with a rubber mallet and sprayed WD-40 on the other side, and just kept trying to go backwards with it, and it finally caught and came. It finally came out. But it was I got it right here. I left it on the ground because I know which one it was. I mean, that looks bad, man. All right, let's go cam bearings. Kind of disappointing. Let's see. But anyway, that's what the head gasket, that's what the whole head gasket looks like. And that's where the bad part was in the 2 bolts that were stuck. And if you want to see the bottom of the injector, see how far the injector's tips stick out, in case anybody was curious. That's how far they stick out right there. Not a crazy amount. I was scared to death to pull this thing off the engine like that, but oh, okay. That's just a mark. I was like, what the hell? Okay. So, yeah. That's what the head gasket looks like. It's burned up. Look, it's burned up kind of right there. Some darkness on this area here. So everybody on the other side is kind of, oh, it's kind of dark right here too. But, all right, that's it. Okay. Somebody can explain that cooling situation to me, man. I appreciate it, because I looked through the manual. It don't really explain it, or at least explain it to where I can understand it. Cam bearings. That's number 3. We got a couple of them that's to the copper. Look at there, starting to get the copper on the side there. I hope this video comes out good, because the glare on my phone looks like shit. That there started to really try to copper right there. This is 200,000 miles, man. I don't think that's good, is it? All right, let's go to the head. Not the head. I mean the deck. All right, let me crawl in here right quick. This is what's going on. All right, when I took it off, man, you know, the process was valve cover, you know, top valve cover, secondary valve cover, Jake brakes, rocker arms, cam, injectors. Take your 2 screws off the back on the passenger side of the head, and that's where the injector harness holds it. Take them out, pull it out, and feed it through. Then you got 2 pipes at the back. One goes to your check valve. So that brown rubber pipe, that goes to the check valve. That's the return line. The middle line sticking up is the feed line for the fuel to the back of the head. So it goes in with the silver pipe, comes out with the brown pipe. All right. Let's see. Yep. All right, so here's what we're gonna do next. I'll have to make a video of that next. You can see mine when I took the cam cover off. I put a mark here. The engine is pinned. See that hole right there? Oh, this is only on the 14 liter. See, you don't do this on the 12.7 or the 11.1. See that pin there? You have to turn the engine over, bar it over. When that pin drops down flush, you in top dead center. And then you got to look at the cam gear in that little wall here in the head of the cam housing. Take that cover off and look inside. If the hole, it's got to be a 5 o'clock position. There's a hole in the cam gear, and there's a hole in that cover, and you got to be able to see all the way through that hole, all the way to it. If not, and the engine's pinned, the hole is going to be up here next to the 11 o'clock position. So you pull the pin back out, bar the engine back around until that hole gets lined up around on the cam around 5 o'clock position. Put the pin back in. All right, so what I'm about to do is clean this off with a razor blade. I'm gonna do this one first between 2 and 3. I got a sled gauge, and we'll do it together, and I'll show you the gauge as I run across from the deck here over to the counter bore, or the liner, lip of the liner. That's where your protrusions got to be. I got to look online at what the specs are, but I think it might have dropped through here, or it's level, but it's supposed to be up like 3 thousandths or something, but we'll see. I feel a little lip there, barely. But that's it, man. That's the 6 cylinders. And yeah. And if you guys want to see an injector, oh, sorry so long, but I did a lot of work. That's the way I used to pull the head off right there. Last time I used a cherry picker. This is what I pulled the head off to with. This plate right here. These are the injectors. They're N3 injectors. If anybody wants to see one out of the bag, let me know and I'll do it when I go to show you guys the sled gauge on the protrusion on the liners. But that's it, man. So I'm gonna see what the protrusion is. I'm pretty sure the man's gonna have to come out here and cut the damn counter bores. I didn't do it last time, so. But the piston it's still got some good cross hatching in there. Try to get around there. I ain't gonna climb back in there right now. But man, I sure wish I wouldn't have to pull them liners back out. Damn. Because everything's good, but it is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys go. You seen the bottom of the tops of the cam bearings were in good shape. This is the bottoms, all the bottom. What's this one? Number 6. I put 6B on it. Bottom, which I should know that because the tops are still in the caps. Number 2. I mean, you're gonna have more wear on the bottoms anyway because of, you know, the gravity. Camshaft's laying down in here. It's on a thin layer of oil. And yes, sir, I do change my oil religiously. When I first rebuilt it, I changed it 3 times within like the first 3 months because I was scared I didn't want nothing happening. But that's good. Here it is 5 years later, man. That's the head bolt that was held to get out. But anyway, does water always, I don't understand it, man. So again, my question is the coolant coming through the center of this thing somehow in between these bolts, or how does that work? Because if it does, then right there, that bolt hole, where's it at? Right here. See the bolts coming through here. There's still like this is covered like this, my finger with that head gasket. So right there, there's still a hole right there. I don't know, man. Somebody explain it to me. Anyway, that's number 3. We'll go to number 4 when I put the sled gauge on the block. All right, man. Appreciate you.